Hey guys, so I want to talk about there's evil in your heart. Now, a lot of us have our own standard of righteousness, but our standard of righteousness is folly compared to Jesus' standard of righteousness. We can't meet that on our own. That's why we need Jesus to lend us his righteousness so that we can be reconciled to God the Father. And in order to do that, we must put aside our sin. In fact, give it to Jesus and let him take it away from us. When we got saved, we became his children. So we are called to live a life leading up to heaven, not the life leading down to hell. We're not supposed to live like the world anymore. We're supposed to live like Jesus. But we can't do that by ourselves. We need Jesus in us in order to do that. There is evil in all of our hearts. We must work on ourselves, examine our hearts, because a lot of times we let things in that don't need to be in there. And if we let it fester in us, it can corrupt our hearts and it can cause us to do things that we wouldn't do. It causes division. And that is something that leads to loneliness. And, the enemy can get you when you're alone, when you're vulnerable. In fact, that's what he tries to do. He tries to kill you spiritually. What's next to do? Kill you physically. It's time for you to stop letting these evil things in your body. And I'm not talking about just in your physical body, but your spiritual body. You need to start feeding your body the things that are heavenly, the things that are good. There are things in this world that we must avoid because they pervert and defile the spiritual body. And the way we do that is asking the Holy Spirit to kick out things that are not of him. That's how we do that. And in order to do that, we must let go of ourself and place the Holy Spirit. Now, a lot of us don't do that because we have pride. I understand, I'm going through it myself. But you have to do that if you ever want your ministry or your walk to be effective and to pour out on other people. If you really want to win souls for heaven, you must decide which is more important. Is following the Holy Spirit more important, or is this world more important? You must make that choice. It's kind of like Halloween. It's simple and fun, or at least that's what people think, because they don't know the true significance of it. But it's not innocent fun. It's something that perverts us, and we need to cut ourselves from that. It's hard. It's not easy. But we need to make sure that we are clean for the day that Jesus returns for his bride. Let there not be a spot on your garments, because Jesus is coming back for a clean bride, a pure, spotless bride. And if you are not spotless, if you have some sin in your life that is putting spots on your garment, you're not going in the rapture. You need to make sure that you have enough oil. What is oil? The Holy Spirit. You need to make sure that you're watching. You need to make sure that you are waiting for the Master, or you won't go to the wedding. You don't want to be the person that goes to look for oil only to return to the wedding doors closed. Because once the wedding doors are closed, that's it. You can't get into the wedding. You have to wait until the 7-year tribulation is up in order to get saved. It's time we make a choice. We may think that this is nothing bad, but it is. It starts off small, but once we keep growing it, it keeps destroying every bit of us until there is nothing left. It corrupts us.